Today's question. Can you elaborate on this post that you shared, which says, if you're ever feeling burdened by life, remember that all is the universal intelligence's grand movie. The screen is its, the film is its, and all the characters too. What you call yourself is just a character in the universal intelligence's movie. You're not living it, instead you're being lived by it. If you really get the sense of this, then all burdensome thoughts will be removed from your mind, and you will feel light and free. It is true. If you realize this, all the burdensome thoughts will be removed from your mind, and you will feel light and free. Why? Because you have the idea that you are some separate, isolated, fragmented entity from the whole of the universe. Because of that, you experience fear. You experience lack. You experience the desperate need for control. Because you think you're separate. You experience a state of unfulfillment. So that disturbs you. It disturbs you because you're always on edge, fearful. Because you think you don't have enough, you think you are separate, you think you can be harmed. So you don't flow through life aligned with the universal intelligence. Instead, you're in here. You're in the artificial mind, which is nothing but a memory, past, and a projected imagination. An imagination of who you think you are as a separate person that is not enough, that needs to become something more and get something more. That life is misery. The experience of that is misery. It is ups and downs, highs and lows. Dualistic experience. You must get to something. One day you must get more, become more. Which can extend also into the idea of enlightenment, liberation, manifestation. You'll achieve your dreams. That's what the New Age focuses, emphasizes on so much, that you can achieve your personal dreams and desires. But that just keeps one in that cycle of feeling that they are separate, lacking something, and having a desperate need to constantly try and control everything. That's the unhappiness. That's the suffering, psychological, emotional suffering that are being experiences. So when you actually see that all that there is the universal intelligence, you see that what you call that body is the universal intelligence. And it's not different. It's not separate from the rest of nature, the universe. There's an intelligence there. An intelligence that is making that body breathe. The heartbeat. The neurons fire off in the brain. These words that are coming spontaneously out of this universal intelligence. It's just happening by itself. There doesn't have to be anything there, but through the programmed artificial mind, the mind may come in to the one that believes they are separate and says, I'm the one that is thinking. I'm the one that is in control. Got to make things happen. Got to protect. Got to become something. All of that gets in the way. That's all artificial. That's man-made through thought and memory. What you were taught, what you learnt, what was passed on from generation to generation. The artificial mind. Artificial intelligence, essentially. People think artificial intelligence is a recent phenomena, but actually it is an age-old phenomena. Most beings have been operating through artificial intelligence their whole life. It's called thought. made of language, information, man-made information. But there's another intelligence there, the real intelligence, which is really there. And it is running everything. It's running absolutely everything. And so you can say in a way that this whole universe is like a grand movie that is being run, that is being played by and for the universal intelligence itself. And what is included in that movie is the screen upon which the movie plays, the movie itself, everything that happens in the movie, and also the characters in the movie. The characters, that body, this body, all bodies are all that universal intelligence. It's all that. Down to the most micro happening. So whatever appears, seems to be happening, that's also the universal intelligence. There's something amazing as you recognize that. As you recognize the illusion of the artificial mind. The persona, the person, the ego is a thought of the artificial mind, made of the artificial mind, made of memory, an imagination of itself, a self-image. It projects then that image onto everything. That creates the experience that it has. Separate experience, a lacking experience, fearful experience, or an excited experience, or focused on one pleasure after the next pleasure after the next pleasure. Two sides of the same coin of the artificial mind, the illusory identity, you see. So when someone thinks that they are that, when they believe that to be true, that is their identity, that is their experience, it creates experience. Because the natural universal intelligence is not an experience. Cannot be an experience. Because what creates experience is thought. The belief in thought. To live inside thought, to live through thought is the experience. Outside of that, there is no experience. You can't say what it really is, but it's there. It appears to be happening. It is what appears to be happening and also what is not happening. What is it that is not happening? Can you be aware of that? Well, not through the experiencing structure of thought. Not through the artificial mind, not through the person, the ego. No. You see. So, in a way, you can say that all is the universal intelligence. It's all the universal intelligence, the play of the universal intelligence. The screen in which the appearances play, the appearances, the characters which are part of the appearance, even thought itself, but not the meaning of thought. Not the meaning of thought. The meaning of thought is something extra, a mirage that has happened. Because one thought believes another thought, that then creates an experience. That's not original, you could say, to the origin, to universal intelligence. That's something else. Man-made, artificial. That's what artificial is, isn't it? Man-made. So when you live through the man-made, there is no way of knowing the universal intelligence. Completely goes. Then the experience is you're just going through life isolated from the whole universe as a separate being, fearful, ups and downs, highs, lows, bipolar existence. And the universal intelligence cannot be seen, cannot be recognized. You're living in a bubble of the artificial mind. And this includes all the information of the spiritual kind as well. All spiritual information, knowledge is part of that. So many people, they are focused through the mind, the artificial mind, on spiritual knowledge, trying to manifest something. They still think I am a person trying to manifest something personally, to become something more, to get something more, to achieve something more. Spiritual materialism, you could say. But even the idea of spirituality itself, because spirituality can create then an opposition. Materiality, spirituality. That's a duality. But the universal intelligence is beyond even spiritual, beyond material. It is both and it is neither, you see. Because it is all here, but also it is all that which is not here, or all that which cannot be seen, which is not appearing, all that which is and is not. This is the universal intelligence. And that body right there is the universal intelligence. The sense of this will blow you away. Hope that answers the question. Enjoy the play.